Alright, what's going on, fellas? I was gonna make a video just a second ago, but then my cat George showed up and started yelling at me, and I had to pet him for forever. Jesus. But now he's happy and he left. That damn cat. Anyway. Yeah. Love that cat, but man, he wants to take up all my damn time. And whenever he wants something, you gotta do what he says, right? So, that's what I do. And I think he's spoiled, but whatever. We just care about him too much. Alright, so yeah, the build is super finalized now. Damn, I had to grind a good bit, but yeah, I guess the only thing I could do really is increase my faith so that some of my spell damage is stronger. Like Pest Thread Spears, make that like extra stronger. That would be kind of cool, but maybe I'll do it. But yeah, I really don't feel like Vigor should go higher, not a very necessary benefit. Mind going higher, not necessary benefit, because I do that whole, mana regeneration thing during fighting crap. That basically makes the bar longer than it could ever go, really. So, I mean, yeah, it would help to increase mind overall, kinda, sorta, sure, a little tiny bit, but I don't need it really, so I haven't noticed that anyway. I'll do some playthroughs of the whole game and see if I run into a situation where I'm like, yep, definitely could have had more points on mind. Like if that ever happens, maybe I'll second guess this build. But shit, man, I think 40 mind is good enough. But I got 45, a little extra. Yeah, not bad. Good enough. I guess it could be higher because it also raises my ability to resist sleep and madness better. So getting it to 60 would be like probably for the best, but maybe. But arcane, I don't use blood stuff and poison stuff really. I got the Scarlet Rot Breath, but that's for rare situations. Yeah, I'm not big on arcane. It's at 60. That's pretty high. Yeah. But I just have it there mostly for the holy defense against the final bosses who do the most damage against you. So that's kind of what that's all about. Yeah. Faith at 81, just so all my faith attack spells are pretty damn strong. Dexterity, intelligence, and strength have been pushed to the fucking max just because, fuck it, dude. I want to see if my double blade attacks from hell are just like as lethal as they can be, and this build is basically, its primary function is to unleash those blades on you. If you're getting comboed by that shit, it's game over, basically. That's what this build is capable of doing. This build is good at everything, but it has a few bonuses to be slightly better at certain things, but then when it comes to the Blades of Death, that's what it's all about. That's the part of the build that's like 10 times stronger than any other part of the build. Like that's the go-to, the primary. Like if you really want to just kill things like instantly, really quick, like in just a couple seconds, not even 5 sometimes, then yeah, this is the build. Doesn't work that way for every boss though. Some bosses jump around a lot, they're harder to get to, you gotta do weird things to beat them sometimes. So sometimes ranged spells like Pest Thread Spears or a big fucking fireball or some shit are the way to go. If you're fighting NPCs, the goddamn Wrath from Afar is just overpowered as hell. You knock them down, and while they're down, you stick them. And when they get back up, you knock them down again, and you stick them. And basically, it's very fucking dirty, honestly. Especially if you're using Milady. That R2 double attack, it's very nasty. Both strikes are really bad. And they usually roll catch. It's like a goddamn really good weapon. It is. No wonder I'm using it the most for everything. And having two of them, of course, does your damage output like crazy. The only drawback is it sucks stamina like a bitch. But guess what? The key to the build to dealing with that is focus on this talisman right here. Try to do combos that end with shorter attack patterns. Don't just spam the default one. That works a lot of the time, sure, but being a little clever with your stamina, waiting to strike at the right moment, and doing shorter combos actually, or punching him a few times to start your combo and build it up, and then instantly push this button and you switch to holding two of them, and now you're doing power attacks and stuff with these two blades. Then yeah, dude, that works pretty good. And that's what I'm gonna demonstrate right now on this motherfucker. So yeah, I think the build is definitely like as good as it can get, unless I ever feel like raising mind and faith a good bit. I don't think arcane matters that much. I'll get a little holy defense, sure, not much. Maybe about 7 or 8 more points, something like that, to reach 99. So that, I don't think that's worth it. Vigor, I hardly ever get much of a health bump off of that at the point that it's at. It's already higher than it needs to be. Mind, mind might help a little bit in some rare situations, like maybe a long dungeon and I got lost and I ended up wasting a lot of mana and I'm right about to fight the boss and it might actually be kind of risky. And I wish I had a little. I don't even think that's gonna happen. Really, I don't think that's gonna happen. I need to do like a playthrough of all the hardest dungeons and see if that becomes an issue for me. Yeah, we need to do that just to see, because I'm all about the jack of all trades, hyper build, that just runs through the game flawlessly, never dies. Maybe gets hurt a little bit. That's expected. No Souls player has gone through a game without dying, and no Souls player has definitely never been hit before. So, yeah. Maybe if you're really lucky, you can do a no-hit playthrough. I almost did it. I don't think I actually did it, but I think I got hit maybe once or twice or something like that in one of my more successful runs, but yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I'm tired. Ooh, it's the weekend. Made it to the weekend, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, apparently the new Halo game, a lot of people are digging it. A lot of people are negative on it, like I am. So, yeah, it's kind of 50-50, I've been noticing from a lot of people, But here's the thing, most people don't make their opinion all that vocal. And a lot of people who have reach, popular channels, definitely don't get too vocal about it. They kind of stay neutral or they don't even talk about it at all, basically. So it's kind of hard to gauge how the game really is. You just have to ask somebody who's played it a lot back in the day and really understands what's so fun and great about these games. And that's a person like me. And there's people like us. We stopped getting the 343 Halo games because, those suck. They are always launching broken and have like bullshit microtransactions and overpriced skin DLC crap that's all garbage. It looks terrible too. Like, man, the game doesn't run that great apparently. There's a lot of people experiencing issues. Certain parts of the game are lagging up pretty hard. And I saw that, dude, when people were playing. I was like, okay, and the indoors areas look beautiful and smooth. That's great. Uh, some of it's AI Unreal looking slop, unfortunately, but, aside from that, I can see that this is a smooth experience at least. But then they start getting the outside areas and you start noticing some laggy slop, like, oh shit, animation's not loading in right away, oh crap. Like, we're watching top level streamers here with really badass gear, and really nice, cooled, air conditioned, clean settings playing these games. It should be running like as best as you can get it. And so these guys running it better than you probably can are having problems, then that means your shit's probably going to be even worse, right? Of course. And so yeah, and I didn't catch this. I didn't catch this because I didn't care that much. But apparently during the Halo live stream gameplay test thing that they did about a week or so ago, before the botched launch here, um, yeah, fucking, uh, they demoed doing 4-player like co-op, and they also showed split screen. I was like, finally, they have the balls to show split screen. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys suck when it comes to split screen. You have a history of just failing every time when it comes to split screen. My goodness. Yeah, that's awful. But anyway, it's back. And did they get it right? Well, the frames dropped by like half. It's pretty bad. Animation is less detailed and blurrier, which is pretty bad, unfortunately. And yeah, when you get into combat situations, it gets really nasty. And fucking detail is definitely lost. And they added a lot of detail with the single screen experience, you know? Like grass blades flowing and stuff in the wind and whatnot. Not just kind of painted on animation like in the original. So they got all these like really natural looking glass fibers, and it looks pretty good actually in a lot of ways. But unfortunately, that's only if you play solo screen on a PC that's running on some high end graphics. Then it looks really pretty good. You know, a lot of the scenery. AI can do a lot of environments and like structure stuff pretty good sometimes, but you know they also make it look kind of weird sometimes. Like they get proportions wrong a lot of the fucking time. But whatever. AI's fucked up. We shouldn't be using it. We should make sure something's right and then do it. We shouldn't rely on this insane computer that's coughing up hairballs all the time. Sometimes it works okay, and then other times it works like total dog shit. It never does a great job. Why are we using this shit? Seriously. Like, AI is annoying. To describe AI, it's like, no, you don't, you look like shit, change. 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 Oh, you look decent, kinda. Ah, man, work on. Ah, shit, we're back to total crap. Okay, keep going. It never seems to really get it right. So, yeah, the AI tools used to make this game and all the online only stuff that's connected to it. Jesus Christ. This game feels like it's on life support. I hate the online only space where everything's stuck to it. You gotta download everything, you gotta get all these updates. Sometimes they take forever to download, or sometimes your internet's fucked up. That sucks. Like, that blows, dude. Yeah, I like the physical media better. You know, just ship me a disc or I'll go to a store and get it. There it is. Like, whatever happened to that, man? That was great. Hey guys, remember when Halo 3 came out? Oh yeah, it was midnight launch, and I went to the local Blockbuster Video, and they had some copies for sale. You could just buy them, dude. So we bought them, dude. And we drove by the local GameStop, and everybody was still waiting in line because they let us buy them like a little bit earlier. They were like, "Yeah, it's close enough to 12. Here you go, guys. Get the fuck out of here." And we're like, "Nice." And so we took our copies and we were driving down by the local GameStop, and they were all waiting in line still. They weren't allowed to buy a little early, and there were all these people there because most people were doing that. So we were just kind of like, haha, we're gonna get to play it first, being dicks. But we went home, took it home. We popped it into a split screen because I had two Xboxes at the time. Because me and my buddy Jake were playing Two Worlds at the time, right before this game came out, like a month or so before Halo 3 came out, I think it was. Yeah, Two Worlds was pretty shit, but it was still kind of fun in some ways. Anyway, well, we finally got Halo 3 and we did the campaign and played the first level, split screen. I think it was me and Jake on my TV, and then Tom and Glenn on a different Xbox, or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe Tom was my split screen partner. I can't remember, dude. But yeah, we had a blast, dude. Man, we had a blast. And I remember playing through the whole thing, like a halfway, and then Jake and Glenn, took their copy with them, and they went home, and Me and Tom kept playing until I think level 8, the flood level, and Tom was too tired. He had to go to bed. But I stayed up. I kept playing and I beat it. And I was like, this game was glorious. This game was pretty much perfect. It's one of the best games ever made. Then I start doing the online stuff. And the next day, Jake comes over. He's already played online a lot. A little more than me, actually. Like, what the fuck? Gotta keep up with Jake. So we played a lot of matches together. Had a lot of good time. A lot of those clips are on my channel. Yeah. But yeah, I remember the Halo 3 launch. It was fucking finished, that game was. We could actually play it and shit. I remember that. That was fun. Remember that, guys, when your game fucking worked on launch day? I didn't walk into that Blockbuster and have the clerks go, hey, fucking loser, you're too early. Get out of here. Come on, man, that sucks. Nice customer service from Microsoft over here. The digital only space, man. It's fucking bullshit. Discs, dude. Get the discs out there. This early access stuff is also horseshit, dude. This is annoying because it gets consumers to fight, and one side is correct, of course, but still, the fighting is detrimental because we should be mad at corporations, not each other. All right? Yeah, sure, some of us are fucking stupid. Yeah, sure, some of us are, well, all of us are hypocrites to a varying degree, right? You gotta live, you gotta have some fun, so you spend money, you live in society, you participate in the meat grinder that hurts certain people and rewards other people, unfortunately, because it's clearly broken, and we all need to come together and fix it, but that's kind of hard because everybody's got their own shit going on, especially some people, so, yeah. But, I'm getting carried away here. What was I talking about? Jesus. This game, right. The fucking point I was making was they were demoing the Halo split screen, right? And once I saw that, I was instantly turned off. I was like, that's really shitty. Because, that was the one thing I was hoping would be good. The split screen co-op experience. I heard a lot of people are having problems with it. Like, it won't activate. Like, PS5 users had a flickering screen and it would not work. And you had to, like, restart and then re-register the account to Microsoft and then try again. And then it would work or something. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Whatever happened to just, like, second player controller connected? We're detecting that. Now they can press A and sign in as a guest or their own account, and now they're playing with you. Whatever happened to that, dude? What the fuck? Everything's got to be connected to the internet now? Like, this is super fucking weird. Super fucking lame. Apparently, once you get it working, it'll work after that, but apparently people have been having disconnect issues and weird glitches and stuff. Jesus, they suck at this, dude. This sucks, bro. New Halo sucks. Yeah, they fucked up on a lot of things. And a lot of people are describing it as a new Halo, and it really isn't that. In some ways it is, but you can tell they reused a lot of like AI from Reach and a few art styles from other Halo games and kind of just cobbled that all together. They didn't come up with too much new interesting stuff. There's no like brand new enemy really. There's just the Berserker Brute. That's just a type of brute, I guess, now. What did they introduce in terms of new enemies, actually? They're fighting skirmishers from Reach, and they kind of just copy and pasted from Reach. But they have shinier animation now, Shiny, Lego-y, Like, a lot of people are saying this is the best looking Halo game. And in some ways they're right, but in a lot of ways this is shiny, Lego-y, plasticky looking, aluminum can looking, and that's kind of stupid looking, A lot of it is kind of weird looking, dude. It's not great. And then the AI, the faces. Oh no. They use the AI shit on the faces. It's creepy and weird. What's weird though is, like I said, AI can do architecture pretty good sometimes. They get proportions off a lot of the time, so that's weird. But so they can make Master Chief look pretty good in stills, where the camera's pretty close up on him and you can't tell how big he is compared to stuff. But when they keep showing him in scenes against stuff, his size, you can notice it changes from time to time because AI is weird in that way. It can't. Yeah, that's what's happening there. But overall they get him okay looking, and yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But all the humanoid type characters, their faces. We got Ronald Reagan, we got Tim Meadows, Steve Harvey. He turns into both of them. It's weird. Not good. There's that Cortana Germa, that streamer guy, and Cortana. Like, what the fuck? There's some kind of like crossover thing happening there. Sometimes she looks like normal Cortana, other times, you know, Hanson kind of vibes, you know, like a guy with long hair kind of looking, you know. It does kind of look like a dude at sometimes. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it would have helped if they went with purple. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Cortana, when she talked and the dialogue came out, it didn't line up with the mouths good. They did a bad job, dude. Pretty lazy remake, actually. Not much worth here to care about. The new prequel missions, you know, fight in copy and paste Halo level 3, the sniper mission, the lame part, the part where you're not sniping outside anymore. That part, yeah. Where you're inside the Covenant spaceship, yeah. And you gotta rescue some Marines. That part of the game wasn't as fun as the earlier part of that game, of that level, I mean, but whatever. You're basically doing a copy and paste version of that level. And they have some like Halo 2 style grav lifts in there, spliced in. But yeah, you get through that part of the level, and then you run into the Prophet who, you know, works alone, which is a weird storyline. Apparently, the other members of the Covenant don't know that he's doing weird experiment shit. Whatever. I don't know. The storyline doesn't really seem to work for me. Especially because this character survives and he apparently has been lying in wait in the shadows ever all throughout Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, you know, all the. Well, not Reach. I guess this is a little after Reach, but you know, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite is a continuation, right? So, oh man, right? Although you can't really count Halo Infinite because nothing really happens in that game. Nothing meaningful really happens in that game. Like, it doesn't feel like any characters are going anywhere or anything. What a shit game that is. So, so honestly, can you really like be hyped in any shape or form whatsoever for broken Halo games that are just, you know, Call of Duty clones, really? Unfortunately, online only, AI slop. It's all slapped together so shoddily. It's not a solid game, you know. The original Halo games were more well optimized. They didn't have as much pointless, unbalanced, dumb shit floating around. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be very popular. Maybe sell a few million tops because there's a lot of really stupid people, but probably not. I think Cash Grab Evolved will struggle. Maybe if they drop the price or something, you know, because it's definitely the kind of game that most gamers will be like, yeah, for like $20, why not? I got $20. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But Halo's definitely pretty dead and less popular than it ever was. Yeah, some people were saying that there's enough content here to please, and it's like, there really isn't, dude. Halo 3 was the most fucking played Xbox game for 3 years in a row, dude. Like, Jesus. That's like record breaking shit. Like, we're never gonna see something that cool again. Like, yeah, this game had sold 15 million copies. It had like millions of people playing it all at once and shit. Like, it was a big fucking deal. Like, it was the reason everybody had an Xbox, basically. Hell yeah, dude. Halo 3. That's where it was at. And even Reach to a large degree. I'd argue overall Reach is a little worse. Kind of struggled more, and like, Bloom and armor ability balance was kind of eh. Because let's get real, Armor Lock and Evade were the best armor abilities by far. Everything else was far less useful. I mean, there were a few situations where I guess Jetpack would be better, but it's kind of hard to balance around armor abilities. But at least they had a few modes where they did balance them by not having hardly any or none at all. So yeah, Reach is fine. But yeah, Halo 3 I think is the ultimate Halo game basically. I used to like Reach more because it had more modes, and it was the one I was playing most at the time because it had a lot of replay value. But after looking back and going over all of them, yeah, I think I land on Halo 3 ultimately as the champ. But anyway, what was I talking about originally? I got carried away, dude. Jesus. I'm always forgetting what I'm talking about. Right, this build though. This build is sick. I don't think I can really upgrade anything else except for Mind and Faith to get more spell damage and have more mana on hand to spend. But, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Get the Mind up to 60 and get the Faith to 99. Like, that'll make much of a difference. It won't, but maybe I'll do it if I'm really bored. Jesus, that's a lot of grinding. 20 levels, and then the other one's 15 levels. Jeez, that's 35 fucking levels, dude. Oh my god, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck that, dude. I gotta be real bored. I really don't feel like it now that I've done the math. 35 levels? How long does it take to level up just once? I gotta sit there grinding for like what? 10 minutes to 15 minutes, somewhere around there. And then I'll have, yeah, I think that's how long it takes, something like that, at this current rate. Ugh. That's several hours of me just mindlessly, like it kills you. Grinding makes you insane. It's too much repetitiveness. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do it to become more powerful, but every time, it's like, what's the point? You're so powerful as it is. And now I'm at like a super powered maximum level of destruction. Like, yeah, this build kicks ass, dude. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm going to push it any further. Nah, because I don't like using magic as much. I like to get in there and stab enemies to death. I like to use magic in rare situations against certain annoying enemies that are floating around me and shit, being annoying. I was actually screwing up. I should have opened with more melee style attacks. That's what I've been trying to do. But it's kind of hard with starting with spells. So it's probably better not to do that and stick to my old strategy. Like, I really need to not rely on the melee only stuff. It's just, I look so cool with the sword on my back, flying through the air, doing kicks and shit. Like, and it is good for building up, like, combo damage right off the bat, and then I switch to these and I go for it, you know. But I'm starting to think that a lot of the fights I start them with the Grey Roar's Roar or whatever his name is, the dragon. But I always get hit when I do that, so maybe I should do this in a different sort of way. Like, is that really gonna make a big fucking difference? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a really nasty way to do it. Starting to think I don't need the Grey Roll's Roar, but it's still a good spell to have, especially if you're surrounded by enemies. Just hit them all with that shit. It wastes a lot of magic, though, unfortunately, but... Like, how much does it waste? Yeah, it's not the worst. I could cast it like 6 times almost, or something. So, yeah, I don't give a shit. But I don't think we need to use it, is my point. We can keep the strategy more basic. Nice, dude. Nasty fucking kills here, dude. I think I should use Grey Roll's Roar on Melania, though. She's a real motherfucker. She deserves it. Her first phase, because she can hurt you, and she's also good at dodging your attacks. Because let's get real, she's gonna do some jumping back evasive shit, and then dash forward and fuck you up again crap. So, Damn, right? It is powerful. Oh my god, that was nasty. I fucking destroyed her, dude. I never did it that way. Stab her in the back like that to finish her off. I don't think I've done that in a long time, or ever maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, we saw her butt, dude. Kicked her onto her ass. We saw that rotten ass. What the fuck? Yeah, this build is powerful, right? Oh, fucker. Oh, suck it. Suck it, motherfucker. Shit, he's still alive. Holy crap. Whoa. 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 What the? Oh, man. Oh, man. Ha ha, you fucking asshole. That was great, dude. Potted that bitch. Time to kill. I'm too powerful for these fuckers now. She was getting some decent hits in, but not good enough, dude. Alright, now we just gotta kill the big man, and there it is. I just destroyed all the toughest bosses. Not even trying that hard. But yeah, this build is just over leveled. It's fucking using the most like nasty effective shit basically. Of course a little bit of it is personal taste, but yeah, I'm just a fucking ice queen here, dude. Let's destroy Red Danny boy. Just outdid him. You just outlast his ass. You just throw down, man. The power of the build, man. Just fucking carve him up. This is the unpatched version too. This is on crack, Redan. I love that they launched the game making him too damn hard. But this build is strong enough to deal with him. Oh, I got a lot of points. Let's see how high we can level past this, if anything. There's no point to really leveling up anymore. I don't think. I don't feel. There's just no point. Ooh, look at that 777. Nice. That's cool looking. Yeah, I just don't see a point. Build is right where I fucking want it. Oh, you fucking pig bastard. And that pig was struggling to fight me. He didn't know what to do. The build is just too strong. It's got a lot of power behind it. Just knock you the fuck down power. Maybe if I kill enough bosses, I'll get enough points to level up 2 more times to see if it's worth it. Probably not. I actually think this time it really isn't. So, but let's just see. Man, that was clean, right? Pretty nasty. Yeah, that build worked pretty good on her. Opened with the kung fu and just fucking went to town slicing. Oh, let's see. The one thing my build really sucks at, fighting those stupid fucking fryer basket things. Unless you make like those one dealies, yeah. Yeah, right? That's the thing to do. We gotta make a few of them, right? Yeah, it's this one, right? Yeah, it's this weird looking fucking shit. No, it's gonna spot me, isn't it? Yeah, this is how you do it, right? And then you chuck these into its fucking dome. Or is that not doing anything? Oh crap, that hurt a lot. Man, this thing's kicking my ass. Oh, I killed it. I killed it. Wow. See, I suck at fighting these things. They're frustrating. I don't know the secret to doing it. There's probably like a really dirty way to do it better than this. What's the key, man? Do I have to do a sorceress kind of thing? Sorcery? Maybe? Hit it with the fucking death ray? Yeah, what a stupid enemy too. Everybody hates fighting those things. It's such a boring, like, slog of an enemy. And it could have easily beat me if it just kept spamming that jump fire attack. I probably would have just fucked up and not been able to dodge